Heather, this is Lisa.
Hiya, Lisa.
Hi dear, pleased to meet you.
And you?
Lisa weighed the same as Heather at her age. Now 46 and once weighing 27 stone, we've been following Lisa for the last 8 weeks as she's undergone life-threatening surgery in a final attempt to get her weight in check. She had 2/3 of her stomach removed and will be on a strict liquid-only diet for the next 3 months. Lisa will never be able to eat normally again.
How are you feeling now?
I'm in a lot of pain and I can't sleep. I have to sleep in a chair.
Heather's fear is passing bad habits onto her daughter, and she's right to be worried.
One of the things that I've been nagging Heather about is that she has a little girl called Madison. She's 16 months, and I'm really concerned that Madison is going to be picking up all Mum's bad eating habits.
My son is very obese, and I hate it because I wouldn't want him to go through what I have gone through.
Why do you think he is obese?
My fault.
You think so?
It's what I have, I give them.
After meeting Lisa today, it's hit home. I know exactly how she feels about her son and the fact that she believes that she's put her son in that position, which is how I feel about Maddie. I know Maddie's only 16 months old, but if I was to carry on, then Maddie could be like that.
It's a wake-up call for Heather, but 4 weeks after her operation, Lisa is finally losing weight.
You've lost more than 27 kilograms.
That's 4 stone 3 pounds. And her waist, that was once greater than her height, has dropped dramatically.
You've lost
What, that off my waist?
this much off your waist.
Lovely. I'm so pleased with myself, and it gives me, you know, a longer lifespan. I've got a grandchild coming, and, you know, at least I'll be able to be healthier.
And she's pleased that she's had the opportunity to inspire 8 other supersizers to change their ways.
I think it gives you that little bit of boost, you know, and I can help them.
With the day's events weighing heavily on Heather, there's one final meal in the feeding clinic, and it's a proper dinner. Although the portion size is too tiny, it is nutritionally balanced, with complex carbohydrates in the mashed potato, protein in the minced beef, and essential vitamins and minerals in the fresh vegetables. Charlotte, on the other hand, has a number of issues with her meal.
30 of anything, apart from peas, just sounds terrible. I actually texted my mum and I said, I think I've got the 30 sausage rolls. And she said, don't you mean 3? And I was like, no, 30.
Eating 30 sausage rolls is by no means ideal, but by exposing each other to their extreme eating habits, they'll see how to make important changes for a healthier diet.
Let's get going.
But that's not the only meal dominated by numbers.
I only have the same size piece every time, and it's like usually around 10 centimetres by 6 centimetres.
You ever actually measured that?
I would leave about a quarter of that though.
I think Charlotte's eating habits are very, very weird, because it is very, very strange to have the same thing and leave the same amounts.
I've managed to eat 15, so I think I'm gonna pop the button open, try and fit in the rest.
As they reach the end of the swap, both these young women are realising how extreme their habits with food are.
I think the whole emotional rollercoaster of everything that's going on has made me realise what it is that I'm doing to not only me but Maddie as well.
Me leaving bits of food and over-analysing things was a bit compulsive. So it's a habit that I definitely want to break.
It's the end of the swap. Time for Dr. Christian to give Heather and Charlotte their 12-week healthy eating plans.
How's it been? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a fantastic opportunity, and I'm now going to go home and have a lot of smaller portions.
And what about you, Charlotte?
I've definitely changed in the fact that I'm not going to over-analyse and overthink my food too much.
Yeah, I think you thought too much, and you didn't really think at all. And now we've addressed that balance, I think it's going to get much, much better. So everything that you need now for your diet plans are all in here, and I have to say I'm really looking forward to seeing you two in 12 weeks' time.
It's been such a challenge, But I have really enjoyed finding out about myself and having to push myself. And I'm just really looking forward to going back home and starting my new diet. I've learned that it just looks ridiculous to leave a tiny bit of food.
I've learnt a lot about myself and how I act around food, which I'll be taking home and doing something about it. Me, Maddie and Richard will certainly be changing our eating habits, and there's going to be a lot more home-cooked food. It's like a weight's being lifted knowing that I'm going to go home and she's not going to be like me.
Eight weeks ago, these 4 girls agreed to a course of therapy to tackle their eating disorder, anorexia nervosa. They've undergone tasks that challenge the typical habits of anorexia, learning yoga to counter obsessive exercising, eating takeaways to relinquish controlling eating habits, and cooking to broaden their culinary horizons, all under the guidance of eating disorder specialist Ursula Philpott.
You know, a sort of a chunk of the night.
Today, they face their biggest challenge yet, to order and eat several courses at a restaurant. For anorexia sufferers, eating out and relinquishing control of the contents of the exact meal they're eating can be a massive step to recovery.
They have to choose from a menu. It will be out of their control. They've no idea what the food's going to come like, what kind of portion it's going to come like.
Rachel embraces the task wholeheartedly.
And then for main, I'm going to challenge myself and have a vegetable and pesto lasagna. Pasta has been my fear food. That was one thing I cut out.
Elaine, who has suffered anorexia for 17 years, is feeling big changes.
Whereas previously I'd get a bit kind of horrified and unsure of what I was going to eat and how many calories were in it, I'm less preoccupied with that sort of thing now. I'm more looking forward to eating.
She opts for 2 courses straight off.
Can I have the scallops, please, to start? And I'm going to go with the smoked haddock for a main course.
Her choice of unfamiliar food shows recovery has begun.
I wouldn't normally have something with a sauce. Goes against everything that was normal to me, so I'm looking forward to tasting it.
Although Fiona was eating at meal times, her portion sizes were extremely small. Now that's changing.
If you compare the fish element of what I've got today, the portion size compared to what I had that first week, there is a big difference. I think it's so nice to see everybody eating a healthy, balanced meal and actually enjoying it as well, because I think that is the key.
This meal has got Rebecca to face up to her food fears and overcome them.
When I saw the plates coming in, I thought they're not far off being flying saucers the size of them, so I was like, oh wow. But the food actually on it is fine.
The girls are enjoying the food.
And you're enjoying the flavours.
Really, really enjoying it.
And their achievements.
It's just a huge step, and I'm just so proud of, I think, myself and everybody here that we've actually, we can do this, looking back how we did, when we started.
8 weeks ago, I just remember when we were all sat around having our sort of typical meals, just thinking about the contrast. I mean, if you look at the plates now with how they were 8 weeks ago.
They even stretch themselves to try dessert and are enjoying the sweetness of life once more.
I feel as though I've been given a second chance, really enjoying life again and just seeing all the good things that I can do without my eating disorder. Physically, I just feel so much better. I've got energy, I just feel alive. Like before, my whole life was driven around food.
There is life after an eating disorder. Life doesn't actually stop. Life begins when you say goodbye to the eating disorder.
People suffering eating disorders are often resistant to change, and what we've managed over the last 8 weeks is to sow the seeds of change for these girls.
There is still a long way to go, and as they enjoy some celebratory liquid calories, Elaine sums up the feelings of the group.
I don't want to lose any more of my life just having all these hang-ups and issues around food. I'm absolutely ready to say goodbye to anorexia.
Yes.
It's been 6 weeks since Superskinny Charlotte and Supersize Heather left the feeding clinic. They've been following bespoke eating plans to help them get the results they really need. Heather's plan involves reducing her portion sizes, taking food into work so she's not tempted by the high-fat salt options in the staff canteen, and more home cooking so she's not reliant on microwave meals and her local takeaway.
So as you can see, we've got quite a lot of fresh fruit. So we've got grapes, and some satsumas. And then instead of the processed foods, I've got things like fresh prawns, and then we have lots of light yogurts as well instead.